have you made a melody and you're not sure what key or scale it's in? In this piano lesson, I'm going to teach you a couple of ways you can figure out the key of a melody, mostly using your ear. So this is for people who aren't so sure about music theory. So if you're someone who doesn't practice scales or doesn't know scales very well, and then this is for you. My number one tip though would be to go and learn your scales, practice them, because if you have figured out a melody or if you have composed a melody, if you know what notes are involved in a certain scale, and then it should become very obvious to you what scale or what key you are playing in. So that would be my number one tip and the number one way that I identify the key signature of a melody or a piece of music. But if you're not there in terms of theory yet, using your ear is the next best thing. So I'm going to show you a couple of different ways that I think is fairly foolproof to help you figure out the key of a melody. So I'm going to take you to the piano and I'm going to show you a couple of different examples just to give you a couple of tips and tricks to help you listen out for what the key signature could be. So going to figure out the key of a melody that I've just made up. So the main thing that we're going to try is we're going to take the notes, which are just all of the white keys. Then I'll show you a different example as well that has more black keys in there. So I'm going to play the melody first. So if you can already tell which note is the home note, the note that makes it sound finished and like it's resolved. So I played all of the white keys there, I didn't play an F. So what we're going to do is we're going to try and just hold, like a drone, one of those notes in the left hand, basically 6 different notes. Whichever note in the left hand kind of sounds like it fits the rest of it more, is probably going to be the key note, and that's probably the key of the piece of music. Let's try it with a B first. Doesn't matter what order you do it in. Already, that just doesn't sound right, does it? So it's not going to be a B. Let's try it with a C. Sounds better than the B, but it's probably not the C. Let's try it with a D. Probably not a D either. Let's try it with an E. Try it with a G. Could be a G. I think one last one, let's try it with an A. Say it's A. So the A sounded like it fit. It also matched the end note of the melodic phrase. Usually at the end of a piece of music, not all the time, like 9 times out of 10, a piece of music or melody will end, so it sounds finished, on the root note. So when I played the melody, A was the last note that I played, so it would make sense that the A in the bass seemed like it fit as the home note, as like the drone. So the key is A minor, not A major. Whether it sounds major or minor is basically, in a nutshell, whether it sounds happy or sad. This is definitely, I feel, a more sad, serious sound, so that would mean it's in a minor key. So now let's have a look at a different melody, so one that you may know. So this is based on, mostly on the black keys. So if you don't know, it's just a simplified version of the theme from Hobbit, the Hobbit theme, Lord of the Rings. So which note did you think sounded like the landing note, like it had resolved? If I play it one more time. Again, it's the last note. So this, we're going to call it a D flat, a D flat. Did it sound more major or did it sound more minor? So did it sound happier and more uplifting, or did it sound more sad and serious? It was definitely more happier sound. So it's in a major key, D flat major. And again, you could use the drone effects in the left hand, playing the notes, one of the notes in the bass clef from one of the notes that you're playing from the melody in the right hand. So we could try and do that as well. We already know that it's D flat major now. So let's try a different note, again, just so you can hear the difference of what's right and what's wrong. So let's try an A flat. So it doesn't sound bad, but it's definitely not the note that grounds it. Let's try an E flat. Okay, it sounds pretty odd. Now if we play it with the D flat. Hopefully you can hear the difference. So I hope you enjoyed that and that you found it useful. If you're more interested in key signatures on the stave, I have a hacks video here. So I've linked that down below, so go and watch that. It's incredibly useful to know. If you would like to then add some chords and harmony to this melody you've figured out or you have made up, go see my latest tutorial of how to add harmony to your melody. Now you know what scale and what key signature it's in. Please consider supporting this channel by either donating, subscribing, liking, sharing, caring. And if you are interested in the Bitesize Piano merch, this is just one of the 2 designs I have. I've left the link for that down below as well. So I hope you're well and I'll see you in the next lesson. So that's the end of this video. If you would like to leave a request, leave them in the comments section below of this video. I've also left some videos here that I think you might like, so go and check those out as well. I also have a course. Visit bitesizepianocourse.co.uk and you can enroll and start learning how to read music. I'll see you in the next video.